Hello there. Oh, I forgot to your Instagram on. That's okay. Hell, I'll do it tomorrow. Hello, everybody. It's I know as I said in the script, I've been sporadic doing these, so forgive me. But it is 8/11 on March 25th, 2021. We have officially completed day 25 of my 39th year. Good Lord have mercy. Um, Actually, it's day 24 because it started on the first at 25. So technically, no, yeah, because my first day wouldn't have been completed until the second. So the 24th day and then the 25th. I know it's very confusing. Anyway, gotta say hi to JJ. He said, "Hey, bro, good to see you." As I sit here, I am awaiting the final edit of tomorrow's replay episode of his show, Renegades Reviews, to go up at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. That way, it can air and just do its thing while I'm very likely on the road taking Dylan to his mom's. But he's reviewing The Wrestler tomorrow, and I'm very excited to hear what he has to say about that movie. I can't say enough good things about that movie, about the casting, about everything. We talked about it during the some point. We talked about it at some point during the course of the show, how awesome the casting was. So definitely want to watch that. And also, I'm going to debut next week's trailer tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. The last 7 minutes of the show or so. That'll be on my side of things, on the Jeff Network side of things. But please give him a look at 6 o'clock Eastern. It's very much like me, guys. When I started, it's all about getting those views, getting those subscriptions, getting those counts up, and he can do more things. I'm able to do more things with the network since I started doing the videos. So it really just every little bit helps as far as your views for him, and every little subscription helps. Everything helps, and you guys know on here, of course, every dollar helps with the donations and the super chats. Ruben, it's going very well. I was actually talking to the Wrestling Guy store owner earlier because he sent the picture. I showed you. You guys got to see the picture of myself and Rob from Saturday. Very, very happy that came out so well. I don't think we have a bad picture, he and I. The only thing that came out bad and remotely bad was the screen capture of the Booker T podcast because it was so damn dark in that green room. So that's it. But another great shot with Rob. I believe that's the belt he had as ECW champion, which is cool. I would still like to get a shot with the TV championship. Just saying, Rob. Um, anyway, JJ says, yes, please help. Please do. I mean, I know I do the replays at 7 o'clock, but if you guys have the time and the availability on Fridays or any day at 6 o'clock Eastern, he's on 7 days a week, man. He does a really good job with his reviews. He really does a tremendous job of taking notes and delivering the plot, the synopsis, if you will, and then giving his thoughts. He's very much a movie buff and a music buff that I'm proud to have on my team here. And yes, Jay, I know you have a picture with Rob in the TV belt. So does Dylan's mom. So does Dylan. I'm in both those pictures, but I'm not holding the TV belt. So yeah, that is to come. Hopefully, when I see him next, I'm hoping to be up there next time up in Vegas because I do want to get back up there and visit more than just Rob. Obviously, I have a lot of great friends and my extended family up there, so I definitely want to get up there and see them once I get Moderna #2. And yes, I've got Mickey in front of my arm right now because I can't lift my arm. It hurts. It sucks. But it's getting to make everybody better. So if I gotta deal with a little bit of arm pain and suck it up, then so be it. But shot #1, as I said yesterday, in the dark, in the can, and we do #2 in 4 weeks, which is, thank God, after WrestleMania week, because that's going to be bonkers. Anyway, the original purpose of this little journal, if you will, every night was to stay accountable and to make myself aware of what I'm doing right with my day and what I'm not doing with my day. And it's kind of gotten away from that since I've done it so sporadically. So it really is important to me that I stay on task. Unfortunately, with today, the way this thing was, the computer, I was unable to get the episode of Rewind done watching the Hardys match at WrestleMania 25, and I was unable to record. And JJ, since you're here, you can hear this. I had planned to pre-record the simulcast thing. Doing a live watch along with something that I basically have to have on screen because I put that video sequence together, so it's not really a okay, well, you can watch on the network and keep up. No, you'll be lost. So I can't do it that way with this one, and trying to do it live would have been a nightmare. Number one, because of the timing and the separation of houses. Number two, it's Friday at 5 Pacific. I'm on the road. It wasn't going to happen, and I didn't even think about all that when I made those plans. So that's why you see the postponed thing on the part of the trailer that's going up tomorrow. The hair in my mic. Anyway, so we will get those done. You guys voted for the Hardys match. I do want to honor my word, and I do want to have at least one person, if not more, on that commentary team with the simulcast, because it is, to this day, probably the most well, it's not the most, it's definitely one of the most detrimental days in the history of the business because of the fallout and the loss of WCW. So I do want to cover it. I do want to get firsthand reactions to the shows themselves. So we will be getting there. Mike, I'll answer your question. This isn't really like the form, but for the question, that's Mondays, but I'll go ahead and answer you anyway. So glad for King getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Thoughts on Kali? Look, Kali getting in, it is what it is, guys. It's a political thing. They're trying to shore up their audiences in India and trying to get better deeper into that culture, into that territory. So I don't have a problem with that on that front. If you induct the Great Khali for being a great wrestler, you're inducting you're an innocent person. I mean, he's not a good wrestler. He's never been a good wrestler. And he was only world champion, I feel, out of necessity in 2007 because the Undertaker went down, and then Edge went down when he won the title from Undertaker. So I do understand it. Just like, Vern Gagne is in the Hall of Fame. Now, granted, Vern Gagne is one of the greatest of all time, but he never worked for WWE. So how did that happen? They bought the WWE library. Here's your consolation for basically selling us your lives. Here's your ring and your induction. And Vern went out bad with the whole thing, getting to the fight and the rest home, and then he just kind of died and withered away. It was very sad. So I understand the politics behind it. It doesn't mean I have to like it, and I won't like it. Now, if rumors do persist, and we all know how I feel about rumor and innuendo, the strong rumor is next week's announcement's going to be Rob. Again, personally, I'm bummed that I'm not going to be able to be there because I'm not flying to Tampa with this shit still going on. If I'm not going to Disney World, I'm not going to WrestleMania, even for my buddy. It's just too dangerous and too sanitarily unsafe. But of course, I am over the moon if it's true. I'm so happy for him. He has long deserved it. And he always told me that he wouldn't go in until his career was over. And with this whole concussion thing, that's been rearing its ugly head the last 2 years with him, it does not surprise me that he's getting the Icons video, which I believe is premiering in May, and then his Hall of Fame induction if it happens. Overjoyed for him. And I will definitely remember that usually happens on Wednesday. They announce those. So I'll be on the Greg Cherry show early enough in the morning where I may see it before I go on, or I may have it handed to me as I'm on the air, which if I'm on the air, it's awesome because I get to have a live reaction right then and there. So we'll see what happens next Wednesday. I'll try to avoid social media until 10 o'clock or my time Wednesday morning to get an official response to it. And yes, you did touch on that during exactly. You touched on, and I appreciate that you did that because it was necessary that got out. So thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. So yeah, what I'm gonna try to do again. Fridays are hard because I'm on the road roughly till 7 my time, so that gives us an hour to get in, settle in, eat, and get myself put back together from being in the car. Granted, not driving is nowhere near as hard as actually driving up there and back, but it's a long haul to get little man to his mom every weekend. So I will do my best to be here tomorrow night. I did want to catch the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. That isn't happening live. It's definitely going to be on demand situation for me, which again, not a big deal. But I do want to try to get back in Ring of Honor. And what I'm thinking is true, much like WrestleMania, their anniversary show is kind of like the reset button. So once Friday's in the can, they will have a new outlook on their TV shows going forward. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of catch back up in a hastily way. We'll see. And then of course Saturday, I'm going to try to film the me parts um, Saturday during the course of tomorrow. But I am gonna hopefully finally get the next chapter of Big Gold out. It will be chapter 4. It will be the return to the NWA of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and of his first challenge to the Nature Boy Ric Flair for the Big Gold, the World Heavyweight Championship with the NWA. So, and yes, I am doing all 3 Steamboat matches. No, they weren't all title changes, but those are, from my point of view, the 3 greatest matches in history, and I do want to showcase all of them, even the one in New Orleans where the title didn't technically change hands. So that'll be your next 3 weeks for what it's worth. April 3rd, this weekend, April 3rd, and then the day of WrestleMania Night 1, we'll have the conclusion to the Steamboat trilogy. And since that's going to be in the afternoon, Steamboat Big Gold will be early in the morning, and you'll see that in a trailer yet to come. Okay, very good. That's it for me. Just wanted to touch in. By the way, for those of you that haven't really seen my social media posts, I want to thank my sister again for this awesome addition to my collection. I had him up there on the mantle with the other guys, but I wanted to bring him here because he's a cool co-host. Oh, by the way, I'm not doing this on the personal Facebook, but if you are a friend on the personal Facebook over at /Jeff Meacham, which again I appreciate, of course, I love my friends. We are going to do the Disney stream tomorrow at well, doors open for the attraction at 6:45. We're going to be doing Aladdin tomorrow. I found a great copy of it. It looks wonderful. The video quality is good. The sound is great. Just going to kind of figure out how to get it, make sure everybody's there to watch it live, because everyone I've had go up has been muted by Facebook so far, and I've had to. Luckily, I did it through here, so I can download it into to show you guys on Google Drive, because it happens every time. JJ says really quick here, Flair versus Steamboat is mandatory viewing for any real wrestling fan, as is the Punk versus Joe Ring of Honor trilogy. You know, Jay, you just inspired me. Here's what we're gonna do for rewind. Not for rewind, just as a bonus. If you and I can get together, if you have those 3 matches, that'd be awesome. We'll call them together. I've not seen them, so that's why I say that. I have no idea what I would see. I mean, Puck and Joe was a great rival. I've never seen the matches, so it would be really awesome to see those for the first time with quote unquote newborn eyes. Never seen them before. So if you've got copies of it, Jay, get your hands on it. Let me know, and we'll get it done, you and I together, because I really want to see those matches. All right, it is now 25 after, give or take. So thank you guys for watching tonight's 811. Much appreciated. We'll see you tomorrow again at 7 o'clock Eastern for the Renegades reviews replay of The Wrestler. And then I'll be back here at 8:11 p.m. tomorrow night to cover the day. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice evening.